You were tinting cars and you had a little agency.
With agency, there's potential, but it's very limited in comparison to, say, dropshipping. If you want to be making like real money, this is where you got to be.
I had no idea what I would step into. All I knew was if I see others get those results, I need to go after it.
Crazy. You can go from 5K to 10K in 2 weeks. And I did that. I really did that as well.
How old were you?
I turned 19 in December. When I started up, everyone was doubting me. They're like, yo, why'd you join this course? But I knew that this community, man, like every day someone printing 10K, 15K, just daily, it's insane. You start seeing what's possible. That's where you just go crazier and you just go more into it.
What was one of the biggest obstacles throughout the last 4 months that you had to overcome?
Honestly, my biggest obstacle out of everything, I'd say, was just not having the...
How are we doing? Welcome to this new interview. I'm here at the office just chilling, had a good day. Anyway, go check this interview with my boy Ecom, 19 years old from Australia. The numbers he's been able to do from zero, insane. When he started the program, you know what he was doing? He was tinting windows for 2K a month. Right now, he's doing 14,000 a day. Insane. Go enjoy this interview. Ciao. All right, people, welcome to this interview with my client, Ecom. Just briefly spoke with him. He's from Australia. I don't know his full background story yet. All I know is that he managed to get some solid days. His biggest day was 14K, I think Australian dollar, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's dive into this interview. It's going to be excited. So, to start it off, Ecom, can you introduce yourself? Of course, where you come from and maybe also a little bit of your background.
Yeah, my name's Ecom. I live in Australia. I started this course in January and I've been in it for about 4 months. Had a bit of an extension with the Chinese New Year, of course. And before this, I was just running like a half-assed agency. Like it was producing maybe 2K a month. And I was just tinting cars on the side, just trying to get everything like I could, but I was just dreaming very small. I wasn't really thinking big. And then I joined this course and then like everything changed.
Crazy. So take me back. You were tinting cars and you had a little agency thing going, right? So there was no Ecom before you met me and my team?
Nah, nothing. Just the agency, but that was only running for, I'd say, 3 months before January.
So can you take me back a little bit on the agency and maybe the struggles there? What kind of person were you? Because of course you don't start Ecom for no reason, right? There must be some kind of motivation, inspiration, or maybe frustration. So tell me.
Of course, like with e-commerce, I just saw like, of course, this is the future. You know, this is, if you want to be making like real money, this is where you got to be. And I saw, okay, with agency, there's potential, but it's very limited in comparison to, say, dropshipping. Dropshipping, man, like the scalability is just crazy. You can go from 5K to 10K in 2 weeks. And I did that. I really did that as well. So that's what I can say about it. And I'd say my struggles is just not having anyone to kind of like, okay, I have this issue. What do I do? But then you have this course, like you can just call someone or make a quick message on Slack. All right, your problem's sorted. It's a lot different when you're on your own in comparison to, say, having like a whole team, a whole, community behind you.
So was there a moment during your time that you were doing like the agency that you were already on the fence to start Ecom, or was there none of that? Or maybe you had people around you in Australia you saw online doing it? Or...
Yeah, I did. I have a friend who was doing it and I saw like, this guy's doing pretty good, but I feel, if I did my thing, I could do it better. I always have that kind of belief where like, if I just give anything my 100, I'll always succeed. That's how the mindset should always be also. And that's really what pushed me over to kind of start this journey, because I know yeah, also this whole community is winning. Why can't I do it?
Mm, that's the mindset, man. Because how old were you? I didn't get it.
Uh, I turned 19 in December. Yeah.
Crazy, man. Still a young man.
Okay.
Sick. When I started, I was 18. So, but it's good that you had that same kind of mentality that I had. Like, okay, I see others do it. Just let's move it. Not too much thinking about it. Just I had no idea what I would step into. All I knew was if I see others get those results, I need to go after it.
Like there's nothing stopping me. What's different between me and someone doing 100K?
Well, so what were the people around you saying maybe when you were like, okay, I want to start ecom, or did you not tell anybody? Maybe your friends, parents, I don't know.
When I started up, it was like everyone was doubting me. They're like, "Yo, why'd you join this course? Like, it's full in it's in Europe. Like, no one, you don't know anyone in person." Everyone had doubts about it, of course, but it was all noise to me. Like, I didn't really care. Like, I knew, okay, if I just stick with it, I will see results guaranteed, regardless of where I do it, who I do it with. But I knew that this community, man, like you see the results page every day, someone printing 10K, 15K just daily. It's insane. That's what made me like, yeah, this is gonna work. Like this is definitely gonna work.
So walk me through maybe the moment you start the program. Walk me through it.
Like when I started the program, I was lost. I had no idea what I was doing. Like it's just I was testing all the Chinese products, doing every mistake possible. But then, I had my call with Yoop. He really like just told me everything I was doing wrong, and from there it's just been going up and up. Every call just value. I walk out thinking, holy shit, bro, I'm about to make $1 million. Like this is gonna be crazy. It's crazy like that. Man, it's
So,
the struggles
how
I had
was
at
it?
the start was
Yeah.
yeah, like the struggles I had at the start was mainly with cash flow and just not being committed 100%. I feel that's where I really lacked. Not
Mm,
being clearly in it for the first, I'd say, 2 weeks, and trying to just
yeah.
be perfect. I was trying to be more perfect than I should have been, and trying to make my website like okay, 100%, rather than doing what actually matters, which is testing products. Doing the actual work that brings in the money.
Yeah, I see that so often, man.
Yeah.
People with no experience, they think they still know it maybe sometimes better and want to make everything perfect. But at the end of the day, I think you've seen it that a lot of it comes down to volume.
100%. Like the more you do, the more you learn, and that's how it's always gonna be. Like as you test more, you get more information, you get more analytics. Okay, this isn't doing good. Let's try this. This works better. Let's stick with this. And that's how it's
Mhm.
always been. It's simple. Like it really is simple. But people like to overcomplicate it because they think they're super smart, and that's what catches them in the ass. Like
Hey, so what I want to know, like, of course, now it's your month 4, right? Since starting.
it's yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, first 2 weeks, you also make a lot of mistakes. Were you not overwhelmed maybe? Because of course we have like the course. I know a lot is step by step, but maybe it's all a new world, right? How was that for you?
It was overwhelming, of course. Like there was so much on my plate, especially with trying to keep up with my work and stuff, and I was just trying to put up like stay too much in a structure as well. That's what I learned. I was trying to like wake up 5 a.m., sleep 9 p.m., rather than thinking instead, okay, let's sleep when the work's done. And once I've
Mm,
really made that change, like sleeping when everything's done, focusing on priorities rather than what I think would be the best to do, that really made the shift for me. And from there, I started seeing major results.
crazy. So what I want to know, I think it's good for context for people. When you joined the program, you were still running your agency and tinting windows, or
At the start, yeah, and then eventually it got to a point where I felt like, yeah, let's just go 100% in this. I'm starting to earn profits daily. I was earning, I think 200 or 300 a day, and then my vision
mm,
like it became bigger. You know, you started dreaming bigger. You thought, okay, fuck it, I've done 1K a day. Let's just do 10K. Then boom, like
Mhm.
you start seeing what's possible, and that's where you just go crazier and you just go more into it.
So in the beginning, we were talking. Okay, you were selling in Australia. So was that from the beginning? You started in Australia. You told you to start there. And
Yeah,
when was your first 1K day, maybe?
1K a day wasn't until I think a month and 1 week in. So it took me about
Mm,
a month and 1 week in to actually hit my first 1K a day. And of
okay.
course, starting from Australian market since the start.
So testing 5 products a day, following like the to do you gave. So
Yeah.
yeah.
More than that, I was testing six because, of course,
Mm,
like I was so behind in comparison to everyone who was also in the course. So I thought the best way to kind of catch up is just do more volume. You know, that's the name of the game. Instead of testing five, I would test six daily, and I would try to put the same amount of effort in every one of them, and that's what helped me
compete.
really. Yeah, exactly, 100%. This is all like a competition, man. More than with
Yeah.
yourself, also with others.
Did your goal also maybe change a bit once you started seeing results? You're like, fuck it, this shit's real, man. Go all
Yeah,
in.
100%. Like my first goal when you know when you do the like you answer the questions on the sheet when you first sign up. Yeah, on
Yeah.
that I said my goal by the end of this course was to do 10K a week revenue, which is crazy. Like now I'm doing that shit in a day.
Wow.
What?
Mad.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, crazy, man. So, how was it to have like a coach like you, for example, to fall back on when maybe you're overwhelmed, or of course, every level comes with new obstacles, right? So,
Yeah.
how was that for you?
Like it's phenomenal, man. Like it's crazy just having someone that you could instantly reach out to you who could instantly provide you with like the right answer or what you should be doing rather than what you think you should be doing. The value of that is more than anything that you get. And even with this course, the thing is like once you've learned maybe the fundamentals and you've gotten to a point, this this knowledge it lets you can use it outside. Like once you finish the course, you'll never feel like you can hit zero again because you'll know, okay, by tomorrow, get my store up and running again. Boom, another 5K a day.
Mm.
It's, it's the knowledge you walk out with is so like immeasurable.
So can you maybe explain it a bit more? So, for example, you now finished the program.
Yeah.
What kind of feeling does that have for you as like the entrepreneur you now become, right? With all the knowledge, also the results come with a sense of confidence. If I can speak for myself,
Yeah. Um, like at one point by the end of this course, I started getting a bit complacent, and it made me like realize like, okay, this is not what I wanted to be. I didn't like work fucking this hard this whole time just to like lean back now. This is when I should be going harder, going crazier, trying to get like my team sorted, going from hustler mentality to CEO mentality, and that's
yes,
what really made me that's what really clicked with me at the end of this course, and that's what really made me like rejoin my course as well.
yeah, bro, and that's the best move you could make to make that shift as well, you know,
Yeah,
because honestly. Yeah, that's the number one thing you can tell or ask other people in my team. When someone hits 10K a day, first thing I will tell them is don't get comfortable, bro, because 10K a day you make easy 2K a day in profit, bro. That kind of money for especially somebody 19 years old, right? If you just start looking at the profits and what you can do with it, you book your first flight maybe to Dubai and you're off, right? So
yeah.
yeah, man, it's very important to stay at it.
But even when you hit 10K a day and you do 2K profit, you start thinking, okay, why can't I do 10K a day profit instead rather than revenue? And that's like, you start to dream bigger also. You,
Yeah.
you, you open your sights, you can see more, you feel like, all right, I've done this much already. Why can't I do this now? And that's,
That's
yeah,
it, bro.
walk out.
Because What you say is amazing because you should start to dream bigger. Because look, 10K a day, you've seen it with your own eyes, how quickly you can achieve it, right? So if you get comfortable there, okay, you can live good and have maybe your own financial needs met. And you can go out for dinner, you can live in a nice place, you can do all that shit, right?
Yeah.
But I want to push people beyond that because I know there's a complete different level, right? A Dubai lifestyle level, multiple houses, complete family in check. That's different, right? The impact you can make. So, but you gotta keep hitting it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Just got to stay at it. That's really all it is. Like the more you put in, that's the more you get out. It's like you always say, input is output.
Yeah. So two questions I think for people watching would be nice to know. What was maybe one of the biggest obstacles throughout the last 4 months that you had to overcome, and how did you overcome it?
Honestly, my biggest obstacle out of everything, I'd say, was just not not having the cash flow and just being complacent, as in just being lazy. Like, how I overcame this was I just said, "Fuck it, let's do it." Like, what else do we have to lose? Like, we've already invested this much now. Let's just go all in. And how I really made the biggest change was I made a habit tracker for myself. And I noted down, okay, this every day will get me to my dream goal, this. And I did that every day consistently. And
Really?
those things really like helped me also build a mindset, but also get where I am now.
So you did like you have maybe like 5 habits you checked off every day, or how did you have
Yeah.
that kind of that
It
habit
was
tracking?
like, so for me, it was testing 6 products a day. I did that every day, doing the extra work. So extra work could be like getting like flows ready, back end ready, and stuff like that. And then there was also like teaching myself this skill, or learning about this, or being in this Q&A. And it would just be everything everything that aligned with the goal that I wanted. That's everything I did. And that's like, if you do everything that you have to do, then of course you're going to get the result that you want.
Mm. So was there maybe also something when you do compare yourself with others or whatever, where you think you did really a good job that made you go quick to those 10K days? What was it? Maybe okay, um, I was way more consistent, 6 products a day, or maybe there was a kind of a switch with your store. Maybe you changed layout, or you started changing your conversion rate, or started adjusting the way you tested creatives. Was there maybe something you did at one point that made the switch where afterwards you could scale to those higher numbers?
I'd say, yeah, I think there is. Like, I felt the things that I was doing differently, which helped me get to the results where I am today, is just the level of commitment, really. At the end of the day, you have your coach to tell you, okay, your website's not good here or this and that, but your level of commitment, that's completely up to you. How much you go in is just entirely up to you. No one else controls that. And I did everything it took, and I got the results from it.
You're locked in, man.
Yeah.
I see it, man. That's it. That's the difference. Bro, it's sick, man. Honestly. So, yeah, what is your view right now? Because you rejoined the program, you're like, all right, ain't gonna get comfortable. So what's maybe your goal right now? What are maybe some new things you want to move towards? I know your biggest day is 14K Australian dollar, but maybe you want to make a move towards maybe a branded store or something else, or maybe in the future you want to maybe invest profits in real estate. I don't know. What is like your goal slash dream right now?
Looking forward, I'd say, yeah, I want to do all of that, but mainly my biggest targets going forward right now, I'd say, is doubling down on what I have and just making this store do 20K consistently. 20K consistently would allow me to, get 4K a day profit. And then I can use that money to then reinvest into another store. And if I already have my team sorted here, there'd be a lot less overhead on me, and that would allow me to open my second store. And that's really my primary goal, having 2 stores set up doing 40K per day. Then that's it's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it's meant to happen, man. Because honestly, it's bro, the world is so big. The markets are too massive, and still, what is 40K a day? If you compare it to how much money is being spent a day online, right? It's
Honestly,
nothing.
like to get to even just 10K a day is only about 120 average orders. And all you have to do is times that by 2. 250 people need to buy something from your store. So how hard is it to get 252 people to buy it from your store? And then you just got to times that by 2 to get 40. When you break it down, it's not that fucking
Exactly.
scary. And
No,
people,
exactly.
well, 10K a day, like it's not that big of a job, but you just got to, be analytical, be
And
persistent.
and after you made that calculation thing, it's very achievable. Don't
Yeah,
make it too big of a thing out of it, because then you have it up on a pedestal, right?
100%.
Good shit, bro. So maybe, yeah, just maybe one question on the ecom side is, how does maybe your team right now look? Because I imagine you have made your first hires. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you would be running around the clock right now.
So I've made the hires for customer service. Of course, that was just one phone call away. I asked you, yo, I need someone for customer service. Instantly got linked with that. And now, right now, I'm just focusing on my next few hires. We've got like the product lister. I've got a few interviews tomorrow. Then the finance team. And yeah, that's really the next priority, is just getting less of me in the business and more on the business
Yeah,
instead, so I could really level it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Very good, bro. Yeah, sick, man. Sick interview as well. I think to end it off, yeah, what was like your overall experience of the program, Elite?
Yeah, it was amazing, but like I'm making fucking money. Like what else to say?
Exactly, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, good, man. So, yeah, I think the future is bright, bro. Still young, still hungry. That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah, man. Just got to go at it.
Maybe something you want to share to the people who are maybe now on the fence of maybe starting ecom, or they are at maybe 500 bucks a day, not getting further, hitting a plateau. What would you tell them, people?
I'd say just do it, bro. Like at the end of the day, don't try to be perfect. Just try to execute, because execution will always get you further than trying to, make sure this is optimized or do this. Just the more you do is the more you get. And that'll always be the case regardless of what you do.
Sick, bro. Well, thank you, Ecom, for a sick interview, and also, of course, for making it happen, right? Making
Yeah.
it happen with the techniques we teach. So, yeah, fucking happy for that, and of course, your success and what that brings with it.
Yeah, bro. Always, man.